Top 10 Strongest Characters in Primal Season 2 TV series. Number 10, Darlington. Lord Darlington is a minor character in Primal. He is a late 19th century scientist and former Oxford champion boxer in England, originally from Boston, Massachusetts. Though he is apparently not as young or spry as he used to be, in a life-threatening situation, he proves to be much more capable than he seems. As a former Oxford boxing champion, he has displayed strong skills in hand-to-hand combat. Darlington has shown himself to be handy with various forms of weaponry, ranging from firearms to bows and arrows. Once finally abandoning all forms of ranged weaponry, he proves lethal in melee combat and is able to single-handedly kill the Madman with a broken spear. Number 9, Madman. The Madman was an escaped mental asylum patient during the year 1890 in England. He was the main antagonist in the episode The Primal Theory. The Madman possessed physical capabilities, attributes greater than the average human. The Madman possessed incredible strength. Despite his size, the Madman had shown himself to be very nimble and agile. He was able to throw himself in air, jump off walls, and hang on to ceilings with ease. Madman has very powerful reflexes as he could dodge bullets. The Madman was able to run on all four limbs in a quadrupedal manner. This, along with his agility, enabled him to move about at great speeds. He was able to withstand and shrug off several different forms of attack: gunshots, punches, arrows, and stabs. His durability did have a limit, though, as repetitive injuries were able to greatly weaken him. Number 8, Viking Chieftain. The chieftain was the warlord leader of the Viking tribe. After his people are wiped out by Spear and Fang, as well as losing both his wife and 2 sons, he is left as the sole survivor of his tribe and becomes a herald of a demonic entity. As the chieftain of the Vikings, he is an extremely capable combatant. He appears to favor an axe, but also knows how to use a bow. He apparently considered himself and his eldest child to be sufficient manpower for a raid on another, presumably well-populated settlement. The chief was skilled enough to trade blows with Spear and even gain the upper hand multiple times during their fight. The chieftain was able to survive falling several hundred feet, crashing through thick tree branches, impacting the ground, and smashing his head against a rock. He was miraculously able to stand up after only a few seconds and even managed to swim across a river. Number 7, Spear. As a Neanderthal caveman, Spear's body was much better equipped for survival than those of most modern humans. Spear has proven his resilience, as he is able to survive attacks from threats that come against him. This ranged from falling from a high waterfall onto large spike rocks and sustaining some attacks from Fang early in the series. Spear's stamina was very high, as he had barely shown to be exhausted. He was also able to fight and hunt well enough without too many difficulties, and he could run long distances. Spear was a very strong and skilled fighter. His most valuable weapon was his namesake, which he could also use to great effect in combat. Although he was a Neanderthal, Spear was more intelligent than he appears, using observation and noting details of a situation or a target. When he figured out the Night Feeder feared light and used that to trap and kill it. Number 6, Red. Red is a male Tyrannosaurus whom Fang encounters, eventually becoming her new friend and mates with her, whereupon she would later on give birth to a second set of hatchlings after losing her old ones. However, during his fight with Spear, Red is accidentally killed by Fang, who was trying to stop the two fighting each other. Given his large size, Red is a powerful, strong, and lethal predator, capable of taking down an Arsinoitherium with assistance from Fang, defeating multiple Celtic villagers and warriors, fighting against Spear, such as throwing him into rocks and stomping on him, and even able to charge through a number of houses during his fight with the caveman. Number 5, Fang. Fang is a reserved and brave hunter who does not shy away from violence when confronted. Despite being a primitive animal, she possesses keen intelligence with deducing when to fight back and when to maintain self-preservation. Fang is a very strong fighter. Her jaws and tail are especially powerful, which make her a deadly opponent in battle. She was also clever enough to play possum in order to be taken by the bats so that she could save Spear. Number 4. Kamau. Kamau is a member of a peaceful tribe of giants who, for a time, were enslaved and forced into servitude by a tyrannical queen, Ima. For a long time, he was forced to serve the warlord who captured his daughter and used him as a weapon of war. Kamau is a skilled combatant, using his size and strength to his full advantage. Kamau is extremely durable, especially for a human. He was shown to be able to shrug off arrow wounds, even to areas that would instantly kill a normal human. He was even able to survive being bitten by Fang, only requiring a bandage afterwards. Being about twice as large as a regular human, Kamau possesses great strength, enough to send regular humans flying with one swing. Furthermore, his punches are powerful enough to stun Fang. His strength is such that he can wrestle creatures several times his size, such as Tyrannosaurus and elephants. Number 3. Megashark. The megashark is an enormous shark reminiscent of Megalodon that presides in the ocean. Being a shark, the megashark is much better adapted to life in the ocean than Spear and Fang. It is even able to swim at high speed to catch its prey due to his streamlined body and his powerful fins. Given its huge size, the megashark is a powerful and resistant predator since it does not seem to be stunned or hurt by the large waves, which nevertheless give a hard time for Spear and Fang. Besides, the duo could not attack him directly at the risk of taking a violent blow from his caudal fin or being eaten. Even Spear's throwing wood from the raft in the eye wouldn't have been fatal. It just hurt him. Number 2. Fire Chieftain. In his new form, the chieftain gained the power to manipulate both fire and lava. The chieftain can create weapons out of fire, shown when he summoned an axe made of lava while testing his new form. The chieftain can manipulate the ground by creating eruptions and earthquakes. The chieftain has demonstrated the ability to walk on the surface on water. He can shapeshift into any creature, shown when he shapeshifts into an enormous demonic snake during his fight with Spear and Fang. In his demonic form, the chieftain possesses extraordinarily immense physical strength as he is able to hold his own against Spear and Fang. The chieftain possesses incredible enhanced durability, making him seemingly impossible to wound or kill, as seen when Spear knocks him off from the top of the mountain yet took no meaningful harm. Number 1. Fire Giant. The unnamed figure is a gigantic, fiery, godlike being in Primal. It could control and show projections through fire, such as an image of Spear and Fang. It could manifest himself in fire, like in the case of a campfire. It could control the earth by creating fissures. The figure had the power to bring the Viking chieftain back to life after having him dragged down to its place of residence. In addition to resurrecting the chieftain, the figure was able to transform him into a being like itself, granting him incredible powers. Moreover, it was able to immediately revoke the power it gave to Chieftain and drag him back underground. As we reach the end of this video, I want to express my gratitude to each and every one of you for being here. See you later.